Good morning, guys. So, yesterday we discussed about okay. Yesterday what we discussed? Keywords, right? I mean members, access modifiers, right? Public, default, private, protected. We discussed about that. After that, we entered into object-oriented program system. Nothing but OOPS concept. Class, object, inheritance, encapsulation, interfaces, abstraction and polymorphism. These are all the topics. Okay? Very, very important topics. So yesterday we discussed about what is meant by class. Class is nothing but a blueprint, right? To create one class. Simple statement. So these are all we discussed right yesterday. What is meant by behavior? Okay? It refers the action. After that function is a block of code that perform one task. After that method. Whenever the method is inside the class, we call that is method. So this is the simple car class. Okay? Class is one class is one keyword. Identifier is car. After that we wrote some data. In the right after that we wrote one drive method. Okay? These are all the different type of classes. One is concrete class. One is okay. Okay, good. So my voice is clear, right? All are able to see my screen? Done. Okay. So different type of classes. One is concrete class, abstract class, final class and static nested and inner classes. Okay. So this is nothing but concrete class. Concrete class is nothing but complete body. Okay. This is so what else? Abstract class. If you put abstract keyword before the class, we will call it as a abstract keyword. It will cover in the course of period. So abstract class. If you use the abstract keyword before the class, it's became abstract class, and abstract class contains abstract methods. Okay. Next, final. If you put keyword before the class, it is a final. We cannot access in the next class, even though it is same package. Okay, that's about final class. These are all the syntax and concrete class. Up to now we are seeing the concrete class. Final class also simple. Simply if you put final keyword, then it became class. Yesterday I discussed about public access modifier, right? In that if you put the public before the variable, we can't access in the next class also. Right? That's about final class and abstract class. Okay, I will discuss in the course of period. Now, inner classes. Inner class is nothing but, see here, the inner classes syntax is, it's a inner class, it's a Java. In a Java, inner class is nothing but, it is defined class inside the class. What does that mean? Okay. Now, what is mean by class? Suppose demo is my class. Open braces, close braces. This is class. Inner class is nothing but class inside class. Okay. Demo D is sample. This is called inner class. Class inside class. Definition of the inner classes. We have one class. This is called outer class. Inner class, right? In that we have to write some statements. Okay, this is called inner classes. Why? What is the purpose of these classes? Means what is the uses of these inner classes? For logical grouping. Suppose one class is in the useful to inside the another class. These are all the, what are the users? Main thing is here I highlighted in the green one. Logical grouping, encapsulation purpose. Encapsulation will come in course of period in the OOPS concept. After that, access modifiers, access to outer classes and better code reusability purpose. After that, anonymous inner classes for the short logic. These are all the uses for the inner classes. One is for logical grouping. Suppose when you created one class, it is useful in the another class. For that purpose, suppose see here, A is class name car. Maybe you have the engine. Inside the inner class, one more class name is engine. Okay, this engine is useful to might be different cars. That is the purpose of logical grouping. Okay, this engine, whatever the logic wrote in the engine, same logic will use in the different class. Like same logic, whatever the wrote logic in the engine, same logic used for the B car, same logic for the C class. That's it. And encapsulation, it is the one of the object oriented program class. It is one of the OOPS concept. After that, accessing the outside the members and better code reusability purpose. These are all the uses for the inner classes. That's why we have to write the class inside the class. That is the purpose of this one. Okay. Now let me write. Let me write one code actually in my package july.demo. Let me create one class. Okay, it's loading. Okay. Before that, let me speak about static nested class. See here, this is the one of the type of inner class. Okay, inner class defined into 4 categories actually. 2 are optional. It is not using more, but what we are using here, one is static nested class, and another one is non-static nested class. See here, let me discuss about static nested class. Static nested class inside another class, nothing but group the classes are they used to one place. See here, like the meaning of that one, I created one class outer. Okay, after that inside class I created one more class inner. I mentioned now static. Let me write this only. Notepad. Okay, see now. I declared class as outer. This is called outer class. But this time I mentioned with static. Now it became static inner class. Okay, after that in this class only I wrote one method. Okay, public, return type is void, show is my method name. In that I wrote inside the static nested class one statement I wrote. This is completion of one class. Now after I took one main method. In the main method I took public static void main. After that I close the braces. Now see here, this is the object creation for the inner classes. We have to create the object for inner classes like this. Generally how we have to create class, we have to create the object with the new keyword our class name. Our class name, give one variable name, nothing but object. Now we have to give again class name. This is creating class for creating the object for class. Okay, demo is class. And why this one? Because of grouping the logic grouping purpose, and encapsulation nothing but to hide the data. See here, we can hide the helper classes inside the main class. Helps your code cleaner and more secure purpose. That is the purpose of we have to write inner classes. Inner classes also, one is the static inner class and one is the non-static inner class. Okay, let me see how it will work. Let me create, before that window show you Project Explorer. It is running slowly. Okay, in the project src package, let me create one inner classes, new. Let me take one class name as a, suppose what can I take, sample, static inner, more class, one more class inner and class, its valid. This is nothing but nested class. Static, let me write 1.1, it is a static nested class. Okay, now let me write here one simple output, system.out.println. Okay, see here, system.out.println, I can't write, it is showing the error. Why? Because of it is a statement. We have to write method public, the return type is void. Let me write get book method. In that I will write system.out.println message from the static inner class. That's it. Okay, so I created one inner class, that too also static. Inner class. Okay, this is static inner class. We have to call the members in that into the another class. Let me create one more class, that is main method. Why? In the standard edition, SE, it will control will start from the main method only. Just created. Now this is the thing now. Okay, main method. Now I have to create object for the how, with a new keyword. What is my first class? Nothing but outer class is sample outer dot inner class, right? After that close the line with what is my outer class name, sample outer dot sample outer class dot inner class. Inner class is coming from July batch demo is my package dot sample outer. Okay, this is coming from inner class, coming from there. Okay, just simply save this one. So whatever the members available in the inner static classes, all will come to the object. Here my object is in. Now let me access the method. In dot equals get book. My this is, see here, second line, get book is my method. Return type is void from the inner class. This is I want exactly. Just save this one and run this code. It will run, it will compile and execute. Okay, just I call, right? Now let me write system. Okay, sorry, already system, write in paint. Right. So here we have two classes, that two also. Okay, so this is two classes. One is outer class. Okay, let me take in red marker. Outer class, see here, this is outer class. After that, inner class. In the inner class, I wrote one message, nothing but one method I wrote, that is nothing but public void get book. This is non-static method. After that I wrote one message. What is that? I wrote one statement, that is from message from static inner classes. This one, this is the member available in the static nested class. I want to access this one into outside. For that, what I have to do? I have to create one object. For that purpose, I took one class name as a main sample. In that, I took public static void main. After that, this is the actual object creation. Oh, it's printed a little zigzag. Let me take proper syntax. Let me proper syntax. Okay, let me remove this one. Okay, let me write method as well. Copy this one. Now, okay, now see, suppose I want to access this method in the inner classes. For that, what I have to do? I created one class. I took one public static void main method. Controller will go to the main method. Then after, it will check the object creation for the static inner class. What is the object creation for the static inner class? New outer class dot inner class. After that, one object. After that, outer class dot inner class. So whatever the members available, all will come to the object. That is nothing but in. In is my object name. So I can access non-static methods, variables with the object. That's why object dot non-static method. This is non-static method. Right? This is non-static method. Why? Before public or after the public, there is no keyword of there is no keyword before the, there is no static keyword before the method. That's why it's became non-static. We have to call non-static method with object. Here object is in. That's why object dot non-static method. Then it will go to the inner class. Okay, then what will happen? It will go to the inner class. it will invoke this non-static method, and it will go to the block, it will enter into the block, it will see that system.out.println coming from the system class. Whatever the message is there, it will print on the console. Message from the static inner class. After that, it will come again this main method, that is the last line. We are calling the method, that is the last line. After that, it will come out of the block. That is happening here. Okay? 10th line, it will come out of the block. 10th line, after that 12th line, and after code will ends. That is the nothing but static inner classes execution flow. Okay? That is the thing. Now one more thing is there, that is non-static. Simple non-static. See here, same thing. What is the difference? Before the inner class, there is no static keyword. Then it became non-static inner class. See here, this is inner class, this is outer class. In the inner class, before class, there is not mentioned static. But in the static nested class, it's mentioned. Based on this only, we can accessing members. Based on that only, we have to create the object. Now it is became non-static inner class. How to call the non-static inner class? Simple. Same like this. Same. Just I will explain this one in the notepad. Go here. Outer class, non-static class, and one method, and main method. In the main method, I wrote public static void main. See here, this is the difference. Creating the object is different for the non-static class, non-static inner class. How I created here? First, I have to create object for the outer class, like this. Outer. This is outer class, outer, new keyword, assignment operation, and reference variable, and class. After that, all will come to the object. With that object, we have to call the new inner class. Then only all members will come to the reference variable I. After that, outer dot inner class. Why? Because of it is a non-static class. Because of it is a non-static class only, we have to create the object like this. Otherwise, we have to create the simply like this. Outer dot inner, reference variable, new dot outer. Why? Because of it is a static inner class. Static inner classes. That is the thing. Now, let me write this one. How we can do. Simple. I will just modify the previous code. Static. Now it is became non-static. I will remove this one. Static for the first C. See the syntax here. First we have to create the object for the outer class. After, all members will come to the object O. From the object we have to call the inner classes. After that, reference variable. After that, outer class dot inner class. Then all will members comes into the inner class, and inner non-static inner class, and outer class, all members will come to the reference variable I. From that only we have to call the method. Then it will print on the console inside the inner class. That's the execution, right? Now let me, what is that? Outer class name is sample outer, right? Sample outer. Just to copy this one, close line with semicolon, and equal to, now my outer class and one reference variable. Let me take reference variable, let me take high. Just save this one. Now this is the reference variable. From the reference variable hi, after that new, what after that? We have to give the outer class dot inner class. That is here mentioned. I mean after that inner class. What is here inner class? Inner name itself. Copy this one and we have to give the one reference variable. Let me take one reference variable as I. Okay. After that, what is here? Outer dot class, inner class. What is here outer class? It is showing mention outer dot inner. What is here outer dot inner? Outer class is sample outer. Copy that one. In the main method, outer class dot inner class. See here, inner coming from this one. This is the inner class coming from the July batch demo package. Okay. Return type is here. Inner is the, okay, it's gone. This is the object creation for the, why it is showing error? Object dot, what is here object hi dot, what is here object dot new inner. Just a second. Inner method, what is available? Go to the implementation. It will go to the inner class 1.1. It is assume (1.2). Okay. So in the inner class, go to the implementation. It will go to the 1.1 class, inner class. Outer class is sample outer. What data available in the inner class? One method available, get book. I want to access this non-static inner class. For that purpose, I created object like this. First, create the object for the outer class, object for members, hi dot new inner class. So this is non-static class, right? Non-static class. I have to call equal to, then I assign to I. After that, I have to create the type. What is this type? Class type, outer class dot inner class. Now all members of the non-static class will come to the I. Suppose I dot non-static variable. What is here non-static method? Get book. From the return type is void inner class. Just hit enter. Just save this one and save this one and run this code. See here, message from the static inner class. Okay, let me update this one. Message from the non-static inner class. Just go to the main method, update it and update the message. Now see the on the console message from the non-static inner class. Okay, that's how we have to access the members from the static and non-static classes, inner classes. Clear? Non-static inner classes, static nested classes. Okay, creating the object is little different. Okay, and what is the remain types remain? Concrete class. Up to now we discussed about concrete class only. Till yesterday we are discussed about concrete class. What is meant by concrete class means? Where is this? Okay, this is called concrete class. Complete body. Complete body nothing but concrete class. After that, abstract class. Abstract class I will explain at the time of interfaces. After that, final keyword. If you write final before the public like if you write any simple class like this, let me write like a variable. Okay, suppose class something demo, open that one, close that one, and write public. Write public. We cannot access this class anywhere. Private. We cannot access this one to anywhere. Nothing but any package. Suppose, okay, let me write this one. Okay, let me write first. Okay. Okay, this is private class. In that private class, I wrote some logic. Package demo. Okay, in the demo package, same package demo. See here, observe this one. Packages are the same, demo and demo, like this. July batch demo, see here, July batch demo, in that one class available, and another class also available in July batch demo. I mean, okay, it's a different one. Okay, this is different. I mean, same package. In the same package, because of the public only we can access. But suppose it is a private, means same package. Both are the same package, but because of the private, whatever the logic available in the class, we cannot access this one to the outer class. It's not possible. Even the same package, we cannot access. But if you put before private, if you put before this private, we can access anywhere. Okay, even though it is even though it is class, even though it is variable, if you put public, we can access. But if you put private before the class, we cannot access the another class also, even the same package, right? That is the difference. Even though not only class, variable, method. If you put variable before the variable, access modifier private, we cannot access in the outer class. Okay, that's the importance of private, right? That's it. And final keyword. Okay, final, done. Nested static class, already done. Nested class we are already done. Simply create the object like this: outer class dot inner class, reference variable, new keyword, outer class dot inner class. We can access the methods of the inner class because of it is a static nested class. And one more thing is inner classes. Inner class are both are the same. Inner classes and non-static inner classes. See here, non-static. Non-static also little different. We have to create the object for first outer class. First create the object for the outer class. After that, object dot new class. Why? Because of it is a non-static. After that, assign it to the reference variable I. After that, create access the inner classes from the outer dot inner, and access the non-static method from the reference variable I dot show. Then it will go to the non-static inner class. We can access that one. And note this. And in this whole thing, we have to note the point. We have to create one reference variable that can hold the object of the inner classes, which is defined the inside of the outer class. This is called reference variable. I is reference variable. Okay, that will come in the object. Okay, next topic is object. Monday. Coming Monday, I will explain about object. In that object only, I will explain what is the object. We have to whom we have to create the object. What is the constructor? Okay. What is the reference variable? All I will explain in the session of object. Okay. This is the syntax. With the new keyword only, we have to create the object for the class. We have to create the object for the class. Okay. With the class name. After that, all class members will come to the object. In the class nothing but combination of variables and methods. Okay. After that, we have to call the non-static methods. Okay. After that, I will explain about what is the reference variable. Okay. Reference variable is the important concept. Okay. In the AEM or real time, with the reference variable only we have to call the non-static predefined methods. Okay. If you go to the real time or AEM, all we will call with the reference variable. Okay. What is the reference variable? All these things I will explain in the course of period. Period of time. Nothing but coming classes. Constructors. Okay. Constructor also I will explain Monday. Types of constructor, parameterized, non-parameterized. After that, important concept, inheritance. Okay. That's it about classes and types of classes. Nothing but static inner classes, non-static inner classes, concrete classes, final classes. Okay. That's it about today class. Okay. That's it. Thank you. Thanks for time. Bye bye.